Hello consumers and welcome back. I'm Altari, the professional gamer, and this is the second episode of the Creators of the Creation series. This is a series where we go and get tours through some of the creations that all of you have created in the creation of Pax Dei. And in this episode, we happened to just be walking around collecting our clay nice to a really scenic river, and we happened upon a very grumpy man who was asking us why we were in his little area. And it turns out this is Grumpy himself. You might know him from the Pax Dei general Discord channel. He is actually a very nice person, though I don't think he would really want me to share that information with all of you, so sorry, Grumpy. But he happened to have what only I could describe as an incredible dwarven fortress in the side of a mountain. Nevertheless, the reason why this build was so interesting to me was because, according to him, this is the tallest structure that probably will ever exist in Pax Dei. And the way that he did all of that, I'll let him explain in the interview, but it is just a really cool thing, and it was amazing getting to talk to him. So thank you, Grumpy, for giving us the opportunity to do that. And let's go ahead and get on into the interview. All right, Grumpy. Let's go for a tour.
Short stroll down the lane.
So how long did it take you to build this again?
70 to 80 hours.
Wow. And it's only fallen apart twice.
Yeah, well, it was 10 stories at one point, and then it started getting blown up, so I dropped it 2 stories when a couple of devs DM'd me and said, hey, it might be a problem because what you're doing was never thought of. So I have my plot turned sideways on the hill.
Oh.
So it's like a 3 or 4 story building laying down flat.
But
and
on
I picked it and turned it sideways into a 10-story building that's 4 stories tall according to the code. So it's freaking out when I flipped it up there, and the top 2 stories started causing all kinds of distortion. Like, see the windows missing?
Yeah, that is actually incredible.
Missing.
So basically,
more pieces are missing everywhere.
So what you're saying is the game's considering the bottom of this building as the
rock.
Cliff wall, the rock wall, essentially.
Yeah. So this is a 1-story building on the bottom, and it's 4 stories on top, but it's 10 stories tall. So it's just a long building that's still within the norm parameters of the height for the game, 3 or 4 stories. So yeah, I'm cheating the system to no bounds.
That is incredible. I wonder if that's something that they're going to keep in the game or not. Definitely.
Hope not, because it's really groundbreaking. This is really, I could put 50 people in here. It's 2.5 plots worth of space.
Oh my god. And it's a lot of it's just vertical space, or is it 2.5 plots worth of space going wide as well, like on ground floor?
No, not quite. It's almost a full, but this is my beekeeping area. I got to put more hives in there to keep them away from everybody.
Awesome.
This is just the bridge work. They have to fight their way up to the main level. Then you got waterworks, storage, kilns, smelters, all your tables for smithing, weapons, armor, the row of smelters, the big furnace, all my working stuff here.
I like all of the lighting that you did too. That looks really nice.
Oh, yeah. Simple. It's either braziers or the horns, so it's more in line with that, yeah. See, this is one of the pieces I haven't been able to fix because I got to move all those chests to put that one piece back in.
Oh, so no.
Waiting. But there was floors missing in all these sections, railings missing. Pillars stayed. It was just floors. Wood sections only disappeared. Stone did not.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of the things that have kind of been disappearing a lot have been floors.
Yep.
A lot of my floors have disappeared too.
Yeah, leatherworking, tailoring, dry racks out in the sun. I actually put them in the sun so they would role play correctly.
Yeah, exactly.
And then back here is alchemy jewelry. Everybody has a balcony they can walk out on in different directions. And it just keeps going up. This is the only floor that's left that's got stuff in it. Everything else is empty and could house literally 20 benches on this floor alone.
Yeah, you could house what feels like an army of people just in one floor.
Yep, I could put tables and chairs and house IO in here.
Yeah, which
And
isn't
this
a
floor
small
is the,
feat.
No, this is the exact same size.
Wow.
So we're up to 50
So-
benches easy.
Okay, so then right here, so this is how it's working. It's coming off of the cliffside, and then this is how you manage to. Wow.
And then this stone wall is 4, and then because it's stone, it lets me add more, and then it starts to fall away.
Okay, got it.
And the higher you get, the shorter the floors get. So that was a complete floor. This is a complete floor. And then here, I could not put the floor all the way out above it. This is the last full floor. And the floor behind you we're going to get would not hang out this far. It would fall off.
Starts receding a little bit.
Yep. So every floor from here on gets a little bit smaller. So that's the first terrace. This is the patio. It's even smaller just to the edge. This floor is going to be my living space. And this is the first time I had to put a pillar in the center because it was so high up, the graphics started to break. Even though the floor is smaller, it's just so high up the thing was freaking. So
it was literally wow.
And
so
then
this is the definition. This is the definition of pushing the game to a limit that the devs were not expecting. This is also a really awesome view. Holy crap.
Yeah. And then it used to be another floor and then a small floor above that I had the thrones on. So it was 10 stories. And the plot actually ends just above that top brazier. If you pick up a piece and level it up, it'll actually go off plot just a little bit past this.
Wow.
So that's the end of the round circle.
So this, I think, would go down on record as being the tallest single standing building in Pax Dei currently.
Yes. No one has been able to build something this tall. Even the wizard towers can't get above 5 floors. And this is 8 full floors.
And it used to be 10.
And it used to be 10. Yep.
Wow. Yeah, this is amazing. Is this a diving board right here?
Your audio is just blew up, so.
Oh, sorry.
That's right. Yeah, actually it is, but also if you look over to your left just a little bit, you'll notice you're directly over the furnace. So when somebody does something bad and they're condemned to death, we drop them in the furnace and incinerate them. It's also the emergency exit. You can just run off into the deep water, and that's how I exit the building. Instead of going down the stairs, I just leap off the roof.
That is awesome.
So
this is a really nice build.
Thank you. This is the terrace. So king's chair, queen's chair, head of the yep. No, and then the head of the healers or my oracle, head of the wizards, a little bit behind him because magic after divinity, and then the 6 chairs down here are the warlord heads of the clans. Going from top to bottom, right hand to left hand would be who won the battles the most would get the higher chairs. And that's my hierarchy, all in one space.
That is incredible.
Thank you.
It's going to be incredible to see them all full too.
Wouldn't it be nice if we could actually sit on chairs and I can invite people up here and people can sit? That would be the most amazing view.
Yeah, no, it would. Just to hang out, even if you had like group meetings, to have a view like this while you're all just sitting here talking, plotting your next plots.
We're gonna have the space for the next gold company meeting. There you go.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hall.
Well, awesome. Thank you so much for showing this to me. And
sure.
I'm sure everyone else will appreciate seeing the tallest building in Pax Dei. That's the easiest thumbnail and video title ever. Tallest building in Pax Dei. Look at that.
Yep. If you stand right where I'm standing and look out at the water, I'll actually show you my diving board.
All right, let's see.
So you get
I'll follow you. I'll follow you down. And there he goes. Oh. All right, here I go.
Stamina for the time you're in the air because it considers it an actual jump, so you lose stamina during the long jump. Otherwise, no damage.
Well, there you go. And we safely made it to shore.
Yep,
back to the very beginning.
You can see the diving board.
All right, let's see. That's a good shot. Wow.
Yeah, so we left off of. Yep, pretty cool, huh?
That is a building and a half. Really job well done.
Like that right-hand space right there is actually a little fishing hut. So you walk out the right-hand door, go up, and there's 2 stools to sit and fish, a couple stools by the fire and storage, and then there's a vegetable garden for flower planters across the top row. So that's my little hangout spot. When fishing comes in, I'll be able to fish from it.
That'll be amazing. I'm sure you'll have a lot of people wanting to join you on that.
There was
Awesome.
extra space, why not? So
cool. Well, thank you again for showing me all that. I appreciate it. I'm trying to get a good picture of all of the best builds that people have done, so I can feature that for the world to see. So if people don't make it into the alpha themselves, they can at least enjoy some of the work that y'all are putting into it.
Yeah, I call it the Dwarf Fortress because it's really not
the Dwarf Fortress
at all.
The 8-story tall Dwarf Fortress.
Yeah,
incredible.
It's really just a fortress because, I mean, there's no other name for it. There's not this single piece. Well, I take that back. The very bottom 2 doors are actual wall piece doors, but I covered them in rock and wood so they look like the regular build, but they actually are a door piece, so I can attach an actual moving door to it without having to finagle it. So they're actually, the 2 bottom pieces are real doors, and I covered them in rock and wood so you can't see the one with the beams, the mortar and beam. I covered that up so you can't actually see that piece. It just blends into the rock this way.
Wow. That's so cool. I love it. And you got so much clay out here too. This is like a perfect spot to build something this excessive. Yeah.
Yeah. And the great thing is, if you look at the valley we're in, it's all just hills, rock jetties. There's no good place to build out here in this valley. It's garbage. No neighbors.
Yeah. It's all nice and clear. Hopefully no one will come by and just decide through lack of sound thinking that this is a good place to take your airspace, because you have a lot of it.
Yeah, that'd be a stupid build. I have to put super high foundations over the rocks, and that actually breaks your build. You can't, if there's big rocks like this and you put a foundation down, the foundation counts that rock height into the build calculation because it's part of the terrain. So you can only get like a 1 or 2 story building that, everything else starts falling apart. I've already tested that. So this is like the most worst place you could build anything. That's why I picked the
spot. Well, very, very smart. Very job well done.
Thank you.